Hello, calculus students. I just recorded a video that took me like, I don't know, 10 minutes to explain or so, and I realized I made a small error, but it was a big enough error that I had to start over. So here's try number 2. If I get this wrong, I'm giving up and you don't have to do the worksheet. Is that a good plan? No, that's a terrible plan. Okay, you still have to do the worksheet even if I get this one wrong. I was kidding. All right, here we go. X equals y cubed. Y, the thing on the right, is the input. So this is a cubic that's flipped like sideways or something like that. Okay, so if you plug in -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, because y is the inputs. The inputs are the y side, okay? So -2 cubed is -8. -1 cubed is -1. 0 cubed is 0. 1 cubed is 1, and 2 cubed is 8. So we get -8, -2, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 8, 2. So there's our cubic flipped sideways. Here's our cubic flipped sideways. Okay. Now, x equals 4y, that's a line flipped sideways or something like that. So 4 is the slope, but flipped sideways, it would be the, I don't know, something like that. 0, -1, -1, 0, and 1. We'll choose for inputs. Okay, the outputs. So 4 times -1 is -4. 0 times 4 is 0, and 1 times 4 is 4. All right, so we get -4, -1, 0, 0, and 4, 1. Okay, so the line crosses here. All right, now we have two regions formed, this one and this one, but it says we only care about the part in the first quadrant. So we only care about this region here. And we're going to rotate that around the y-axis, it says. So this region is going to be flipped back here. So there's the bottom of the bowl, and the inside of the bowl is curved, like this. So this bowl looks something like this. It's hollow. You could fill it up with water. How much water will it hold? I don't know. That's not the question. The question is, how much clay will it take to make the bowl? Okay, so the bowl, Mr. Stromberg would not be pleased because the bowl is pointy, so it won't sit up very well. And the inside is curvy. The bowl looks something like this. It would not sit up, and the bottom is a point, so it's not very sturdy. It's a ridiculously designed bowl, but we don't care about that. All we want to do is figure out how much clay will take to make it. So if the inputs are on the y-axis, the inputs go from 0 to 2. So this spot is 2. The inputs go from 0 to 2. Now, since we're doing rotations, the cross-section is a circle, so we need pi r squared minus pi r squared. Whenever you have a solid of revolution, solids of revolution, the cross-section is an area. You need pi r squared. Now, the outer radius, the one to the right, the outer radius, okay, if you pick an input, like that one, the outer radius is the line. That's 4y. The larger radius is 4y. The smaller radius is y cubed. So that integral will allow us to find the area. So 4y cubed means 4y times 4y, which is 16y squared, minus pi, y cubed squared, you'd multiply those and get y to the 6th. Now, if you feel like not writing your y's all the time, you could pull it out front. I mean, your pi's. If you don't want to write your pi's every time, pull it out front. Okay, so we have pi from 0 to 2 of 16 y squared minus y to the 6th. So all we have to do is evaluate this integral and shove in a pi at the end. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 16 over 3, y to the 3rd, minus 1 over 7, y to the 7th, evaluated at 0 and 2. Okay, so plug in 2. 2 cubed is 8. So it's 16 thirds times 8 minus 1/7 times 2 to the 7th. I don't know what that is. 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128? Minus whatever you get when you plug in 0, which is 0. Toss in a pi at the end. So it's 16 thirds times 8. Do I need a calculator for this? Maybe I'll give up and just give a decimal. So 16 divided by 3 times 8. What's 16 divided by 3? That's not helpful. 16 divided by 3 times 8. 42.6 repeating. So that's 42.6 repeating minus 128 divided by 4. $32. And then shove in a pi at the end. So it's 42.6 repeating minus 32. So it's 42.6 repeating minus, what was it, 32? Is 10.6 repeating. Is 10.6 repeating pi. All right. That was a tricky one. Problem example 1. What's the correct answer? What's the correct answer? Let's see here. Oh, 512 pi over 21. Is that the same thing? Uh-oh. I'm a little nervous. 512 pi divided by 21. 512 pi divided by 21 is 76.6 repeating. 76.6 repeating. And I got 10.6 repeating. That's a minor drawback. All right, calculus students. This is a 7 right there. This is supposed to be a 7. So this better be my mistake. 1 divided by 7 times 128. 1 divided by 7 times 128 is 18.29. So that should be 18.29. And then 42.6 repeating minus 18.29 is 24.37. And the answer key says ouch. Oh, the answer key says 512 divided by 21 is 24.38. No, it's right. All I did is miswrite it? Oh. All I forgot to do is miswrite that 7.